Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Antonio the Realtor. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at this bungalow in Maywood. It is 2114 South 10th Avenue in Maywood, $424,995, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Everything in here has been rehabbed, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, so let's go. All right, guys, this is a nice one. This is a really nice one. We're in Maywood, okay? We're in Maywood, Illinois. Let me give you some details about the property before we get started. $424,995 worth every penny, if you ask me. Property taxes are $10,741, but after you see the property, I think you guys are going to agree that this is one that I think you might want to splurge on a little bit. Okay, we're in a bungalow. Now, what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to come over here and let the profile say everything for itself. Take a look at this living room. Now, the place is staged, okay? But it's a really nice staging. They did a really good job. You can see, you know, where's what's what. They have a TV along the wall there. They have the couch here. You have yourself a love seat there. And hopefully I'm pointing out the right names of the furniture because I know people are gonna roast me in the YouTubes. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor. Subscribe. The button's right there. Hit subscribe and hype the video. That's a new thing. If you're watching from mobile, you can hype the video, and then you're watching from a TV, I think you could also hype the video, but it'll help push and get more people to be able to see this awesome place. So a couple of things you need to know. Everything, just about everything in here is new. Okay, so five bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 42-inch cabinets, quartz countertops. We're close to Loyola University Medical Center. New plumbing, new electrical, new windows and doors. Those were the major updates, and the permits were pulled. And through the township, I do believe they've passed inspection, which is amazing. So we are in the open concept living room, dining room. And when I say open concept living room, dining room, this is exactly what I'm thinking of. Dining room table right here, separating your living room space from your kitchen space. This is exactly the way I would have pictured it if the place was empty. So this is why I'm saying I think they did a really nice job with the staging of the home. So let's Vernice, let me get you over here, and I'm gonna just turn over here. And I know Vernice is the camera lady. She does an amazing job, but sometimes I'm like, I get Steven Spielberg on her, and she's like, oh, okay, you know. So here I am. This is how much space you got. This is nice. The couches are good sized couches. They're actually medium sized couches. I've seen couches and sectionals that are longer, but the way they broke this down, this is actually perfect. If you bought a couch that didn't have this long area here so you could sleep on or nap on, and would just cut off there, that would be kind of nice because then you would have more room just to walk through. So I am a fan of this, but to save space, I would get rid of it. You know. So dining room's cool. Let's go into the kitchen right away. I know you guys have been staring at this kitchen. So 42-inch cabinets, quartz countertops like they stated before. Everything in here is rehabbed. I mean, look at the floors. The floors are hardwood. Okay, this is not laminate. These are hardwood floors, and they're stained. I like to call it the chocolate laminate floors, right? Or the chocolate hardwood floors. We have a dishwasher. It's a Whirlpool dishwasher. We have one of those deep sinks. Thank God they put a deep sink in here. And then they put this fancy, look at that. Can you imagine washing your dishes here? You know, I don't like to wash dishes, but in this house, I would wash the dishes if this was my place, okay? Refrigerators over here. Again, they kept it cool. Another Whirlpool refrigerator. I don't know if you maybe want to see that so people can see what kind of fridge it is. I like showing off the appliances because then people get an idea of what they can go out and buy and what's on the market. You know, these rehabbers have to make a decision whenever they're flipping the house of what appliances they're gonna buy. And once you do enough of these videos, you start to notice a trend as to like how much money they're spending on them. So that's kind of nice. Another Whirlpool stove right here. So 4-burner stove, nice. And then we have this right here venting out all of the smoke and everything out. And hopefully you get your home inspector to verify that that's actually not only going up, but it's going out of the house, okay? We do have also a microwave on this side, and I'll move out of the way so you could see that. That's a rather large microwave. Okay, that's a rather large microwave. And I'm gonna come around this way and show off another aspect. Take a look at the design on that, the backsplash they have up there. That's really nice. That's a really nice backsplash. So we do have, of course, LED lights, and I will say this. I used to be a photographer, so I'm into lighting. The selection of light bulbs that they have in here are awesome. They got those coiled electrical looking bulbs that look, incandescent. It's really, really cool. Plenty of natural lighting in here, although you still have your nice little designer lights here. You have also can lighting here, can lighting up here, and then there's one more light that is not on here in the kitchen. See if I can turn it on. There you go. So I found the light switch, everybody. So yeah, this is a beautiful kitchen. I like this. I like it when everything is enclosed like closely, because over here you're cooking, you're done, your pots are dirty, you come over here, you stick them down here. Now you need a plate, you come over here, but now your guests are hungry and you just finished putting the food together. Now you're coming over here. It's like a little game, right? You grabbing a Fanta for yourself. I'll have that later on. But let me show you this area here now. There is a pantry. Okay, I would say you can put there, like whatever spices you wanted, or whatever for the kitchen. That's cool. Okay, around the corner from that is actually the door to go to the basement. So we're not going to go to the basement yet. We'll go to the basement after we go upstairs, and you're going to like the basement. Come this way. We're going to take a look. We have this nice little space area, you call it a mud room. People come in, you sit down, take off your shoes so that you don't track mud in the house. And hopefully you put like a little towel or trays or whatever you want to in here. Maybe you have a pet dog and you want to put the stuff for the dog, like the leash and all that. And then if you come over here, we have another little area, which is cute. Very, very cute. All right. And then before we go into the bedrooms, let me show you something else, okay? Follow me this way. Now that it's nicer outside, I'm gonna start to show you guys the yard. And I'm gonna do it in my socks because I had to take off my shoes. But everything's so clean here, I don't think it matters. So we have a driveway, and right when you come bring your car in, you do have this nice gate. So you can keep your car out there, keep people from coming in to see your car if you have it parked in here. But this is really nice. A 2.5 car garage. It looks like maybe a 2 car garage, but this works out because you still have all this space here. As a kid, I used to have a basketball court, and here I would put, for me, I'd put a basketball hoop on top of that, and I'd practice my free throws and my shots. You imagine all the cousins over. Me and my cousins used to get together and play a mean game of basketball at my aunt's house because they had the driveway. I had the garage with the basketball hoop on it, but they had the nice long garages. Over here, we have these nice steps here that'll get you to the back. You'll see they have some mulch back there, which is it's nice. It's very decorative. And then your yard is a really nice size, along with an enclosed fence, so that if you had a pet or if you had kids and you were worried about them running away, you wouldn't have to. And then of course it provides for some privacy. So really nice. Let's take a look at the back of the house. The back of the house looks really good. I mean, it is a rehab, but it just goes to show, you can see how nice the roof looks from here. You can see how clean the siding is. And then we have these rocks that feel good when you walk on them. Ooh, yeah. Give me a like if you like to step on these rocks and feel great when you do it. There's our condenser. The condenser looks newer. I have to verify on paper if it's new, but if for the rehab, I'm pretty sure that's probably new. So that was the yard. Now we're gonna go inside, back through the porch, and we're gonna show you how we're gonna get to the bedrooms. So check this out. Okay, I'll close the door. So that was the kitchen. So we'll show everybody the kitchen, and then we decided to come back here to the porch, which is cool, right? This was the mud room, and then we had another little room here. But if I turn this way, I am in one of the first bedrooms, okay? And this bedroom, they have a twin bed in here, and rightfully so. You could put a larger bedroom in here, but you would have to put it in another, in another direction. I think the longer the bedroom, or the longer the bed, I'd probably put it from here this way. So I do like the fact that the twin bed is in here. Really nice. We have a fan with an LED light on it, and if you were worried about anybody coming in, you don't have to, because you close that and you're locked up. We have your closet in here. Look at that. Ooh, there you go. You got your closet in there. Very nice, very nice. Right? And that was the first bedroom. We're gonna come through here. We have a bathroom there, but we're gonna come across to the second bedroom over here. This is the larger of the two bedrooms on the first floor. Full-size bed. If you wanna go larger, you can. But for me, full-size bed, and you are doing really well. You're doing really well with space, okay? That is the closet. Okay, got an automatic light that turned on. And dresser's probably going over there. Nightstand, rightfully so, over there. Maybe you have one of those long dressers you want to stick up here or something, but there's enough space for you to just be able to have somebody in here sleeping. Maybe they're a gamer and they have their gaming desk over here. Who knows? But so far so good. This is nice. I think now what we can do is show you the bathroom. You guys will like the bathroom. Do the moonwalk. And since I'm wearing socks, nothing can stop me from standing in the tub. And there's a tub, guys. I said T-U-B. I said tub. So here we are. We got a tub on the first floor. Now, the difference between this property and a lot of other properties that I see is the trim, instead of black, they have it here is white, which is nice because it ties everything in the bathroom. It makes sense that it's white in here. It's nice. You have this frosted glass window here. You crack the window open when it's too hot in the summer if you want to let some air in here. And again, you ever take a hot shower, you want to make sure that you vent the place out so that mold doesn't have a chance to grow. We do have a vent right up there. I don't know if you can see that, but hopefully through talking to your inspector, you make sure that vent's out because you don't want any mold. Let's take a look at the sink. Yes, that's water. So the sink, good water pressure. I do like the design. You have your red accent here. You have your little blue over here, which is cool. All right, and it's a nice size sink. It's on the smaller side, but it makes sense for this bathroom. And then the one other thing I would have you point out is take a look at the floor. Another thing I like is I like these LED lights. If you take a look, they look a little boho style because of that twine that they have up there, that rope. Let me know in the comments, you guys, what the proper name of the rope is. I'm sure you will. And come on out this way. We are now going to go upstairs to show you the other bathrooms and the other bedrooms. So coming up the stairs, I want to point out that this banister is solid. They have it into the studs, I'm sure. Sometimes when I see banisters and I go like this, you can tell like they're just in the drywall. These are really nice. Yeah, black fencing, I would call it. Wood rails, but that's not the nicest, the most impressive thing about coming up here. Let me show you. I'm gonna come up and you'll see it. Take a look at that chandelier, everybody. Beautiful crystal chandelier. I mean, they didn't have to, but it's a focal point of the house that when they do these things, it's just something that a lot of the other houses in the area just don't have. You have to purposely choose this and pick this out, hang it and make that decision, and I'm glad that they did. Let's get one more close up of it so that we can appreciate it because that's a really nice chandelier, if I do say so myself. Come on this way. We're gonna take a look at, actually we'll take a look at this area first because the area by itself is enough for something to stop and to take a look at. So when you come up, they put this here. I'm assuming you sit there, or maybe it's like a little chest where you can put stuff in. Over here, just decorative pieces, but I would say, do you put like a bean bag over here? Do you put a nice little fluffy chair to chill and relax, maybe read a book? That's kind of nice. I'm feeling like reading a book or being on your iPad up here, or maybe like a Kindle if you got that. Well, maybe you're waiting for somebody to come out of the bathroom, okay? Because the bathroom is what we have next. So I love the glass doors in here. Really nice. The handle's over there, but I'm gonna slide this one this way anyway. And I'm going to walk in here. This tile is beautiful, very nice. It's on the grayer side. It has this copper color, which is nice. And then the accents in the floor are a little relative to what we have down there. It does add a little bit of contrast because the color is off slightly. And then we have this beautiful shower head, which is a beefy shower head compared to a lot of the other houses. This one has one of those settings where, you hear that? Man, you're locked and loaded, ready to go. I mean, you walking out clean from this place. Kidding me? Walking out 3 shades lighter. 3 shades lighter. We have a place here to put all your soaps. So ladies, you can put your VO5 in here. And fellas, you can put in your, what's a guy soap? Old Spice, yeah, Old Spice. Throw the Old Spice in there. Me, I'll throw in my Zest, because you're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean, right? So let's take a look at this. I like that. And this is the same faucet that you'll see downstairs in the first bathroom. And this is different. This reminds me of Back to the Future and the Ghostbusters all put together. Very, very nice. Along the same style, incandescent light bulb, almost like Mad Scientist style light bulbs. I love that. One of my favorites. But nice size sink, appropriate for the room. It's a beautiful, it's a beautiful sink. So follow me this way, you guys. We got plenty more to see. Now we are going to approach the 2 bedrooms on the second floor. This is the first one. Okay, and the way they have this laid out right now is they have it laid out like an office, and rightfully so. It's a nice size. You can throw a twin bed in here and you'll be okay. You could throw in a full, and then you'll have space for a little bit of a dresser. Over here, we do have a closet that has an automatic light that turns on. Okay, which is cool. There's your closet. That's enough for plenty of suits, jackets, dresses, and then storage right up here if you want to put boxes or whatever it is that you put up there. But this is really nice. This is really nice. Bedroom number 2. I love that chair too. Woo! I like that. It's different. It's got that 70s vibe to it. You know, the orange chair. Here is the bigger bedroom on the second floor. Okay. Nice large window. I do like this. Okay. Take a look. This is a full-size bed that they have in here. It totally works for the room. And yeah, this is cool. I think you would end up putting like a curtain rod up here and sticking some very short curtains up there. That's cool. But I do like the fact that you can see outside. And if you want to take a look outside, Vernice, there's plenty of parking space still. And right now, if you guys don't know what time we're recording this, it's about noon right now. And there's barely anybody outside. So for this area of Maywood, seems to be on the quiet side, which is worth its weight in gold, for many people. Plenty of electrical outlets I've seen all along the property. So again, the electrical is new in the building, and they look like they did a nice job. One over there, one over here. You got to charge your phone, your iPad, your what is that? Your watch, all that. Did I already show this or no? The closet? Yeah, I think we already showed the closet. Oh no, this one I don't think we showed. This is a lot deeper. Look at that. A lot deeper closet, a lot more space to put stuff in here. So nice. And then this is bedroom number 4. And then if we come back this way, it is time for us. It's time for us to go to the basement. We are in the basement. The dramatic entrance. It's right here. We have the laundry room, AKA the mechanical room, right when you come down. I do like it. Look at the floor. Brown laminate flooring, set to look like hardwood. Mwah, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. We have a sink. We have the washer and dryer, which is nice, and they're plugged into those brand new connections. I always see these, but I never see them plugged in. So there they are, the blue and the red. They're plugged in really nice. And then this door right here, I'll open it up very briefly. This gets you to the outside, and then over here underneath the house, they have doors here that you can open for underneath the porch, and you can put storage there, which is nice. Okay, fancy. Your Christmas tree's going in there, and your new pet raccoons. If you leave the door open. Okay, we like to lock the doors here on the Escarino team. So follow me this way. So right when you walk in the basement, you do have this beautiful, wide open area that still has the laminate flooring here, which is wood. It looks wood grain, but it is laminate. Beautiful because it matches the floors that we have upstairs. The walls are this gray creamish color, which is cool. And then of course, like every video that I do, your boy Antonio loves the black painted ceilings. I love it. They painted the vents black, and the reason why I like it is because of the contrast that it provides to the room. It provides contrast against the white light bulbs, you know, the can-lighted ceilings, and it does make the place look more modernized. Can you believe that in a couple of years, you'll watch this video and you'll go, oh, that's so 2025 or 2026. But right now I'm like, ooh, you know, it's just the way it is. Things always change. But this, I feel like, I think this could be timeless if you were to ask me. I think this could be timeless. For me, it would be. For me, it's gonna be timeless. In here, we have a sump pump area, very easy. You can see your water meter there. There's access to it. It's hidden, it's put away. And if you paid attention to the detail, they painted the brick black, matching, okay? Over here, more mechanicals, or actually more of your plumbing, really. Okay, there's your plumbing. And it's nice because, you know, everything is nice access. There you go, you got nice access to everything, which is very rare to have that kind of access, let alone have a whole door for it, you know? And then the last thing that we have in here, one of the last things, we have this closet, which I'll open really quick. I'm sure it's a closet. Oh no, it's not a closet, it's a bedroom. I'm sorry, come on in, it's a bedroom, right? The owner of the property looks at it, Antonio, that's not a closet. It's a giant closet. No, it's a bedroom. It's a bedroom. Really nice because this is the 5th bedroom in the property. It just happens to be on the, you know, in the basement. It's in, what is that? It's called, what do they call it, Bernice?
English basement.
English basement. We have a closet, which is really nice. Okay. So we still got your closet. The electrical panel is behind the camera woman right now. And the last thing that I'm going to show you guys is going to be the bathroom. So come on in. Come on in, the water's warm. Another shower, okay? The shower head in here is the same, you know, stay out of my way, dirt shower head style, you know, really nice. They still have this, you know, one of these here for, you know, shelving unit that's built in. Everything on here is still white, so very concise. Everything is still the same, which is great. There is your vent to vent out when you're taking a hot shower. And then there is your sink. Again, same faucet. Faucet number 3, that's got the red and the blue accents, and the water pressure's still good. And then we take a look at this. This is cool. This is different. So every single light that's been above the bathroom has been its own style light, if you've noticed in the video. That's the only thing in the bathrooms that I feel more or less has been different, because we've seen the shower heads the same, and then we've seen the sink, and I think we've even seen the mirrors and the towel holders. But these in every bathroom, unless I'm wrong, have been either different light bulbs or different what is this, fixtures, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna come out here, and guys, if you like this house and you want to schedule a property tour, you can contact me at my number that you've seen in the video. But if you want to see more videos like this, you can click on this site for more in the suburbs and more videos in the Chicagoland area over here. And don't forget to subscribe with my face in the middle. But I'm Antonio the Realtor, and I'll see you guys in the next property.